Hey, what's going on, guys? Hope you guys are having a good day today. Just want to show you some things. If you guys are Hinderer fans, or if any of you like Hinders, you'll enjoy what I'm about to show you. Or if you like titanium anodizing, you'll enjoy what I'm about to show you. So let's start off with, how about a military anodized bronze? Now it was like a purple, purple anodizing they came with, and it had a chrome polished pocket clip on it. So did this a bronze, pretty deep bronze, and I left it in the acid etch for a pretty long time, and it gave it this really cool effect on the titanium. It gives it like a reflective fluorescent look. If you look over here in this area, it etches with the grain of the titanium, and it's very reflective. Makes it look really cool. And acid washed the pocket clip. Acid washed it for like 10 seconds just to get rid of the chrome, and then I stone washed it on top. Give it a really nice finish, because the pocket clip was pretty scratched up. So whenever you get fingerprints on it, it turns like a purple. As you can see, like right there, you get fingerprints on it, turn purple, or just a really dark bronze. Carbonize the lock on it, so whenever you want it to turn bronze again, you just clean it with some alcohol. It's pretty cool, color changing titanium. Kind of like this VECP I did. It's the VECP V1. Version 1.5. This one originally was sandblasted, and it was sent to Les George to be stonewashed on top, so you get the working finish. If you guys know Hinder's working finish, that's what it was on the handles. And so I anodized the handles bronze, a really dark bronze, the deepest bronze I could get. And this also turns like a really dark bronze or purple when it gets wet, or when you get fingerprints on it, as you can tell by the spine. And the pocket clip was like a fun adventure. The pocket clip is like a slight purple color, and you can see the scratches and specks of dark bronze, light bronze, gold, copper. Now that was done by a process of first anodizing it at purple, stonewashing it, anodizing it dark bronze, stonewashing it, then light bronze, stonewashing it over and over about 5 times and anodizing it at different voltages, and you get just a really awesome array of colors in the pocket clip. Now the cool thing about this is when it's clean, this is perfectly clean right now, it's like a purple color. But when it gets wet or you get fingerprints on it, it will turn to a bronze color. I'm going to demonstrate this by breathing on it for a second. Alright, it just turned bronze. Now as that evaporates, it's going to go back to purple. And you can see those gold specks in there, those copper scratches in the clip. And then as it evaporates, it'll turn purple again. I think that's pretty cool. Same thing with the handles, they change colors too. It's like a real dark bronze, and then when it evaporates, it's a dark bronze again. And if it gets oily, then it gets like a purple. But wet just gives it a darker bronze. So I polished the pivot, stop pin, put a mirror polished wicked edge on it, hair whittling sharp. But this one's already sold, so I do have a version 2 that I will be doing the same process to, and I'll be selling it. But if you notice, the pocket clip screws are also heat anodized bronze. The lock bar stabilizer is heat anodized bronze. You see that there. So you got a bronze lock bar stabilizer there, polished pivot, The lock was already carbonized on here. Has a groove G10 backspacer. So the version 2, I'll probably do the same treatment too. There's a close-up of that awesome working finish. Hides wear very well. Alright, there's that awesome knife right there. Alright, so I saved the best for last. Where do we start? Start with Hinderers. Alright, I've been searching for some custom Hinderers, and I found a few. I'm actually getting rid of most of my production Hinderers to get some customs, because I have way too many production models and not enough customs. So first up here is a 3.5 inch Gen 4 Bowie. I anodized the pocket clip blue and then I stonewashed it, or I did a light blue, stonewashed it, dark blue, stonewashed it, then a darker blue to get a cool finish on the pocket clip and tab there. This is the 3.5 inch Bowie. This has the new Rick Hinderer laser etched logo on there. You get a close up of the logo. It looks like he did the autographed Rick Hinderer and then they stonewashed on top of it, because it looks sort of worn, but where the horse head logo is, Hinderer Knives, that looks like a fresh laser etching right there. Personally, I do not like the logos. This is a custom knife worth a lot of money, and I guess to have writing on the blade is just not, I'm not really into it. Some people do like it, or they don't really mind it. I mean, I'm just glad they didn't do the both sides, because the production models, it has the horse head logo and the blade steel and made in USA on the other side. I do like the look of the sterile Hinderer blades better, but this is the working finish, which is sandblasted and then stonewashed. Hides wear very well, gives it a real rugged look. Orange G10. So look at that pocket clip. You got a bunch of different colors in there. It looks awesome. This one's actually gone too. I've only had it for 2 days and it's going away already. This one's very smooth too. Perfect detent. Very comfortable, ergonomic. Choke up on it. I like this thumb rest right here that they put on the blade. When you're choking up on it, it just sits in there perfectly, melts in your hand. But look at the tip. Very, very thin tip. Not my style. I'm actually trading this one right here for another Hinderer that'll be here in a couple days, so this one's going to be sent off. I'll show you guys that one when it gets in. It is going to be it's exactly the same as this one, a 3.5 inch Bowie, but it's the armor tip version. It's supposed to be a slightly thicker tip. So for comparison, let's show you my 3.5 inch Aggressor Tanto. Show you the tip thickness difference. First I'll show you the blade shape. And that armor tip Bowie is going to look great next to this Aggressor Tanto, because the armor tip Bowie is going to have a swedge right here. It's going to be the same blade shape, just has a swedge up front, like the Spanto. So you can see the tip thickness difference. Alright, let's show you the tip. I'm not a real fan of the fragile tip of the Bowie, although it would be a very good stabber, slicer, gutter, cutter, anything you want it to be. But if you were to ever drop it, or you had to poke and twist, I mean, if you were to use this actually like it was designed to be a self-defense, if you were to actually get that stuck in something, you had to twist to get it out, that tip would snap off, unfortunately. I do like thick, robust tips on these knives. I mean, if you were to drop that, you'd break a good ½ inch off of that tip. But luckily, I've never ever dropped a Hinderer. But alright, it gets better too. Got a couple more Hinderers to show you. This is actually probably my second my number 2 grill knife right here. This is a 3.5 inch. Let's see if we can get this to flip out nice. I have not opened it up to grease it yet, so this is factory. Not very smooth. Gotta get it to flick open. I'm not gonna stop until it does. There we go. 3.5 inch satin recurve. Now this is what I'm talking about right here. This is up there. I think the Hellfire would be my main grill, and then the recurve. I mean, my main grill would probably be a Spanto recurve. Now that's awesome right there. To have a recurve with the thick tip of the Spanto, and I've only seen one of those, and it has a huge price tag on it, so I'm probably sure I'm not going to be getting that one. But as you guys know, I cut paper at work, and how the recurve works is when you're cutting, like the friction, you know, it goes with the least amount of friction. It's like it draws it to the center of the edge. When you're cutting paper with a straight edge, I gotta keep my finger on there, keep it going down the center of the edge. But with the recurve, you just cut down the paper and it just draws it to the center of the edge. If you were to use this in a self-defense, it's also got that belly right there. If you were to catch right there and slice, you could catch some meat really good on it. This is also a Gen 4, 3.5 inch carbon fiber scales, sandblasted handle. It's actually anodized. I'm not sure what color it's anodized, but it's definitely not plain titanium. I got another sandblasted set of handle scales and it's not this color. It looks like it's got a hint of, I don't know, like a hint of bronze or orange or something. Not really sure what color that is. I mean, you can see it over there where the pocket clip is. Whatever color they anodized it. But there's that awesome sucker right there. And what I have around my neck right now is what I've been carrying since I've got it, and I've been trying to get one for a while, so I'm going to take this off. 3-inch Hinderer Flashpoint with carbon fiber scales. Now I've always wanted a fixed blade Hinderer, and I finally found one, and it's got to be the best one at that. As you know, most Flashpoints are CNC'd on the machine, and the hand ground ones are very rare and hard to find right now. But this one is an earlier gen. It has Rick Hinderer stamped on the blade. It was hand ground by Rick himself. This is a Spanto grind. Now it's a lot of hand work put into this knife right here, and a lot of them have the G10 handle scale, so it's very rare to find one that was hand ground, had Rick Hinderer stamped on it, and had smooth carbon fiber scales, because, you know, I just wouldn't go with G10 if carbon fiber was the option. Very, very nice, light, no blade play, LOL. Very strong, Duratec 20 CV. Very robust tip there. Can't break a tip like that. Comes in a nice Kydex sheath. I mean, you don't really notice it's there around the neck. Sometimes I'll put it in my pocket if I'm working out or something. You can still easily just take it out of the pocket whenever you need to. There's that. Alright guys, that's it. Just want to share that with you. Guess I'll show you the V2 VECP. Give you an idea of what it used to look like. I'll probably do the same thing to the V2. Maybe blue. Might experiment. Alright guys, hope you have a great and safe new year. And I know I haven't been making enough videos lately. It's just all this anodizing, carbonizing, and sharpening is taking up all of my free time, so I have not had enough time to make videos. So hopefully I'll be able to catch up on the work that I have to do and be able to get some more videos out for you guys, because I have a lot of stuff planned this year. But stay safe, and I'll see you guys later.